Cars.com Auto Review.
Hi, I'm Joe Weisenfelder with Cars.com, and this is an Aston Martin Virage. It's a new model slated between the DB9 and the top-of-the-line DBS. It's intended to combine the livability of one with the performance of the other. And with a starting price after gas guzzler tax and destination, it's $211,000. Add $15,000 for the Volante version, which is what we have here, and you hit $227,000. The Virage uses Aston's 6-liter V12 engine. In this case, it produces 490 horsepower, which is between the DB9 and the DBS, and also 420 pound-feet of torque. Now, 85% of that torque is available from 1500 RPM. That makes this thing very quick off the line. But when you think about it, 0 to 60 is about 4.5 seconds in the coupe and a little longer in the heavier convertible here. At this price range, that's actually not so quick. Now, here are some highlights and standard features. The grille is aluminum, real aluminum. Automakers of the world, is it that difficult to use that instead of the crappy plastic stuff? Also standard, 20-inch wheels. These happen to be the optional 10-spoke versions. The carbon ceramic brakes. You want to talk value, relative value? Carbon ceramic standard. And in competing vehicles, you might pay about as much as a Volkswagen Golf to get those. 6-piston calipers in the front, 4 pistons in the rear. If you want them to be gray like this, extra $1,000. The thing I love about the convertible Volante version is the windshield is so far forward, you're really out in the air. Some convertibles, you're under here, you almost don't feel like you're out. The downside is when the soft top is up, it's a little hard to see traffic signals and signs, but overall for a soft top, visibility front and rear is about what we've come to expect. Now, the interior is very rich. You can get the classic wood trim. This one's kind of done up in the more modern piano black, more metallic look. I've got really good, comfortable seats. Now, if you're familiar with the navigation system in Aston Martins, this one is a little bit better than they've been. It's a Garmin system. Unfortunately, it uses the same control center, which is baffling, and a joystick. I assure you, joy never comes into the picture. Now, there's also the usual complaint about British cars. This is a cup holder. Brits don't care for beverages. Now let's talk about the back seat. Aston Martin calls this a 2+2, which means they don't expect full use for the back seat. They say the legroom's about 26 inches. I see 0 inches. Now, to give it the fairest test for backseat legroom, I'm running the front seat forward. Let's see how it works. We're not forward all the way yet. Here we go. All right, that's it. Obviously, I can't sit here. Now, with full legroom for the back seat. Now, granted, I'm 6 feet tall. Why are we even having this conversation? In the same vein, the trunk at 5.5 cubic feet, very small. The coupe is 6.5, a little bit better. Now, for the details on the driving experience, check out my review at Cars.com. You might think a car this expensive is always going to feel great to drive. Actually, not true. But I always like driving the Aston Martins, including the Virage.
For more car-related news, go to Cars.com or our blog, KickingTires.net.